I had a feeling we would have luck up here today. I didn't know I would fill my cart. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I'm a small seller. I currently sell on eBay as well as on Niknax. Let's see, red 50% off. Today's Monday, I think the 16th maybe. And we're at the Bonner Springs Goodwill today. Look at this guy. Oh, I love his headdress and stuff. Oh, and he is a red tag. I feel like that's really cool. And he's in such cool condition. Wow. I don't know. He's hand painted, but I love his headdress. And I don't know, number 20. I mean, he's signed. I might get him. And this is cool. Sorry guys, we just walked right in the door straight into all this. This looks a little more modern to me, but I kind of like it. They only have $3.25 on it. I can't help it. It's the Southwest stuff, guys. And what's up with this one? It says Mexico here. It's also $15.25 and a red tag. It's not signed or anything that I can tell. I don't know, I think I might leave that one, but I did want to look at this too. $4.25 red tag and it's signed. It's kind of cool too. I don't love this up here, like it kind of looks sloppy. I don't know if this is intended to kind of look like sky, but see, it's like on his hand too. I don't know. It is signed there. Huh, it would only be a couple dollars. I might leave that one though. Sorry guys, again, right in the door. I love it. So anyways, yeah, I sell on Niknax and eBay. My eBay store is 30% off through the end of the month on the 30th. So definitely check the video description for links to both of my stores. So yeah, I've got my store on sale, and which has been going pretty good so far. I've been clearing out some stuff, which was the whole point of it. I hit 2,300 subscribers and just decided as a thank you, I wanted to put my store on sale, but then it's another Charlie. Isn't that his name, Charlie? Okay, what do they have on him? $8.25. Oh, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. I see a tiny bit of crazing on him, but he otherwise looks pretty good. I'm gonna set him in the cart. We'll have to take his tape off and check his head. But yeah, I did it like as a thank you to everybody, you know, for subscribing and checking out my store and everything. $4.81, that's a cute little planter. And it would be, what, $2.50? Okay, that might, I don't know, maybe, that's a maybe. But also as a way to help clear stuff out of my store, get stuff moving, you know. And so because of that, hey, this Don Cajito guy's still here, $6.25. I think that's who that's supposed to be, I'm not sure. Here's another one. Nobody's signed or anything. They are kind of cool, they're hand carved. This one here looks like it's kind of signed. It's kind of a cool little stoneware pot. And you got your Homeco owls here, of course. Oh, here's this creamer and sugar redware drip glaze. I don't know if this would have originally had a lid, and it looks like it goes with these. Delgado something. Let's see if another one has it. Nasco? I don't know. It says Japan, but I think, don't they go with those? I don't know. I don't know if I want to get all the cups and saucers and stuff. They're $2.93 a piece. These ones are $2.93. I don't know. I'm gonna leave those there for now. Ooh, $2.93. That's little hobnail opalescent soap dish. I'd imagine there's probably a little room left on that. We'll throw that in the cart. Wonder if that's Fenton. Sorry guys, I keep starting and stopping with what I'm saying. Made in China, $10. I like the glaze on it. This is cool. It's not signed or anything. $2.25. I don't know, it's got birds on it. I like it. We'll see. What in the Sam hell is going on? What is going on? $13.25. Is this inappropriate? I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know what to think about that. I'm gonna leave it though. These are adorable. Well, this one he's getting a spanking, it looks like, from grandma. I don't know who does these. A lot of them are really cute though. Oh, somebody donated their collection. Those are so cute. JD98. I love that. And I love that it's signed right there too. $6.25 on it though. Dang. I don't know, maybe I'll look it up. And what's this Noah's Ark piece here? Who does that? 1996 treasure craft made in China. It's $8.25. Well, maybe we'll look that up too. No, we won't. Look, the whole top of it's been broken off and repaired. A joyous heart makes the loaves taste better. Well, I'd agree with that. It's Falstaff, $3.74. Okay, so I am curious on this one. Are any of the others signed anywhere? Not that I see. This little dude is adorable, but I think his hat's broken. This one is, what have they got, $6.25 on this one too? So I might grab these two, because maybe even selling those together. If I can't find anything on them, I'll probably put them back, because $6.25 a piece is, well, it's more than I'd like to spend, but if they're worth it, then I'm interested. That's a home coat piece, $12.25. Holy crud. Oh, look, little balloon guy. Taunting some children with balloons. Dave Grossman Creation, China. Let me see what's under the sticker. Hold on. The original Emmett Kelly Circus Collection. I think that's really cool. I feel like it would sit for a while though, and it's $6.25. I'm gonna leave it. That sucks. I bet you that has some value, that Noah's Ark piece. I don't know. I'll try to look up something on it and put comps on the screen, but if I can find some. But that is a heartbreaker right there, because it looks like it's in great condition otherwise. So here's a little piggy bank. GOODWILL. I don't know what they have on it. $3.25. It doesn't have the key anymore. These look like they're Temptations. $8.25 red tag, but it's measuring cups. They look probably complete, and they look damage-free. I think that's who makes them, Temptations? I don't know, I'll look them up. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Is that a cup? That can't be a cup. Oh, it's a cup that you can't ever sit down once you fill it up. Oh my. Look at this dude. What's he up to? $5.78. What's this hat about? Oh, he's like a dip server. So this is the knife that goes with. Well, that's kind of fun. I don't know who made him. $5.75. Kind of cute. He's got some chips though. I'll leave him. Now, hopefully, I don't have any issues with the music in here. The last time we were here, I wound up getting. Ooh. When he signed $3.25. I like his glaze. It's kind of an angry face though, isn't it? He looks a little ticked off. But the last time I was here, there was a song. I don't even know what the song name is, to be honest. It was when I was looking at this shelf, actually, that about 5 seconds of it somehow got flagged for alleged copyright claim. And I'm like, one, I overlay meditative track, over it, but two, I'm not, wow, $20 on this dude. I don't know, he must be someone important. Oh my God, look at that, $6.20. Oh, I'm getting that. It's a red tag, it's half off, it's $3. It's art pottery, and there's some kind of stamp there. Looks like it's in great condition, heck yeah. But yeah, it's like I lay a track over it, and I'm talking over it. Like, I get it if I'm playing the music intentionally, but when it's in a public location and it's over loudspeakers, that's ridiculous. Oh my God, he's adorable. $4.24. I don't know who made him, maybe Shawnee or something. It's a little planter. Is that a glaze skip or chip? I think that's more of a glaze skip. $4.25. Oh gosh, dang it, maybe. I don't know, we're gonna have a lot of maybes. I have a lot of stuff in the cart to look up yet. And then I saw this barrel pitcher, $4.25. I don't know who does this one. I don't see any marks on it. But at $4.25, that's pretty cool. And I don't see any damage. And I like that mauve color. Dang, I'm running out of room down there. Okay, hold on, there we go. Okay. Estes Park. It's hand painted, $3.25. Souvenir piece though, so we'll leave it. Here's a big bolt. Okay, they got $15.25, but it's a red tag, so it'd be half off. I don't know who does this one. Hold on, I'm gonna need both hands, hold on. So it's definitely got a little age to it. I wanna say it's marked with Turby or maybe Derby. It looks like it says Turby, T-R-B-Y, a blue stamp on the bottom. But there is, especially on the underside, a lot of crazing and chips, and well, crazing on the whole thing. It otherwise looks pretty good. I don't know. And this all looks hand painted on here. Can't tell quite on the other pieces. Oh gosh. Man, this would be big and heavy to ship. Okay, let me try to put it in the cart. We might look it up. So I pulled the tape back so I could give you guys a better look at it. This part here all looks hand painted. It overall looks to be in pretty good shape. I'm not 100% convinced exactly though that this picture went with the bowl, because the flowers they're very similar, but they're slightly different too. There we go. Now with all the crazing, I really am having a hard time making out what that says. Okay, so quick look up on these guys. Now you can see it says JP right here, 92, and I think these are really cool. Not positive they're material, some sort of like a resin, and they're hand painted and everything. But when I Google Lens them, this one and the girl holding the apples, they're coming up as figurines by Martha Holcomb, called All God's Children. And while these do look a lot like those, I don't think that's actually what these are, because that doesn't look like Martha Holcomb's signature to me, or initials for that matter. I do think they're super cute, but they got $6.25 each on them. Now, if they were in fact Martha Holcomb's All God's Children, I'll put some comps up here so you guys can see, but especially the ones that when you still have the certificate of authenticity, they sell for really good money. Like, I'd have no problem paying the $6.25 if I could tell for sure that's who made these, but I don't think it is. I think they're intended to look like that, is what I think. This guy, I was all about, and I really love him. I really, really love him. I love his hat and everything. But then I noticed his hands have both been taken off and put back on. So sadly, I'm gonna put this guy back. But I started going through the cart because of this piece here. And while I still honestly don't know the stamp on the bottom of there, and the crazing is making it really difficult to tell, I think I might get this. It's $15.25, but it's a red tag, so it's half off. And I think, even despite the little bit of, damage here and there, I think this is an older piece, and I think it could be worth it. So maybe the $8, $9 on it might be worth it. That's my current plan anyway. Let's keep going. Lots of fancy dishware, lots and lots of fancy dishware. And nice amount of like set too, like all the pieces. Who does this one? I don't know. Oh, they're red tags too, so they're half off. Okay, so it looks like they just say English Garden on the back of them. It's a pretty pattern though, lots of pieces here. But the fancy stuff like this generally just sits. So I oftentimes don't mess with it. Those are really pretty, and in a colorway I don't typically see. $2.93 each. Oh, there's saucers. I don't see any cups to go with them though. Those are really pretty though. I can't remember that company name, but that stamp puts it roughly in the 40s and 50s age-wise. But they'd be half off, so basically $3, so $1.50 a plate. This one's in kind of rough shape. A lot of the decals missing. This one's pretty rough too. Same thing kind of on this one. So I think we're gonna wind up leaving them. But nonetheless, I really like that colorway on them. If I was getting them for myself, it wouldn't bother me, but for resale, I would prefer that they be in better condition. I feel like we looked at these. Yeah, we did last time. They're yellow tags. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool looking. They got them in sets, $8.88. I just want to see the bottom of one. Oh, holy smokes. Artesia. So $8.88 for 2, 4, 6 of like snack plates. Here's dinner plates. They got a lot of crazing to them though. So we'll leave those. Ooh, look. That's what I'm talking about. What's that say? Aha, it says Japan. $3.74. I wonder if this is otagiri. Very much reminds me of that. Huh, well, it would go over here. And $3.74 on it. I don't know, probably at best when it does sell, somewhere 8 to 12, maybe a little higher. Ooh, here's a couple amber of the honeycomb Whitehall, isn't it? They got $2.93 a glass on them though. Golly gee. Okay, I might look them up. I always hate passing up Whitehall. A lot of it does so well. That's a pretty mug. Didn't we see that one last time? $3.74. It's a blue tag. Hey, Montana. $3.74 on that. That's a cool looking one too. Ray Dunn, I'm sure. $3.74 each on those. Savor and Yum. Well, not a whole lot to really look at in the dish aisle, huh? Woodland International China, $19.99. $2.94 for the set of 3 of these. Woodlands, Julie Engelman Designs. I don't know, maybe I'll look them up real quick. Hold on. And I just saw this. Oh wow, $5.78. It's made in China. Wow, that really had like a art pottery vibe to it too though. $5.78. I wonder if I can get this sticker back. Okay, so it's gourmet something. Made in China, $5.78. It's definitely, I love this glaze. Nice piece. I don't know who does this. Otagiri does a lot of pieces like this. I'm not sure if that's who this is. Let's see, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Of course, there's no mark on it. Sounds like somebody dropped something. All right, let me try looking that up too. I don't think this is anything terribly special. One, it's not marked with anybody, but two, when I Google lensed it, I was seeing people have them listed all over the place, $20, $50 and stuff like that. $9.99, half off though. Not Jim Shore, however. But then I did find a comp for it, and the comp was like $12, so I'm gonna leave it. Look at this dude, hand-painted job. They got $8.25 on him. Little soap dish holder thing. $4.25. Son of a monkey, I might. Because I need another picture, you guys know. You know this. And then I did see these two, but it's missing a panel. There was a second one down here too, which is unfortunate because they were kind of cool. This is really neat. I don't normally see it with like this footing on it. Made in Japan. There's something rattling, so I'm getting, ooh, something broken. Oh dear, yeah, this dude up here is really broken. Oh, it's the spoon in there, and the spoon's broken in half. That's unfortunate. That's really cute. Pieces like this, even with crazing, I'll still consider. When it's pieces that you physically eat off of, like plates and cups and bowls and stuff, those ones, if there's crazing, I just generally don't get them, because while crazing doesn't scare me, most people don't want to pay good money for stuff that has damage. And you know, even though I think damage is a harsh word when it comes to crazing, nevertheless, that's what it is. If you were to ask the professionals, that's what they would tell you. Uh-oh, Corning Visions, $5.78. Wow. This is really dirty and gross. I mean, I bet I could clean it up. I don't know, I think I'm gonna leave it though. I feel like, ugh. Dang it. $5.78, maybe I'll look it up. I'll put in the elbow grease if it's worth it. Let's put it that way. But otherwise, I would prefer not to. Let's see, we kind of already looked through bases, but then I saw this. That's a nice heavy stopper. It's got chipping up here to it. They got $12.25 on it. That is really nice though. Huh, kind of a crackle glass thing going on towards the base of it. And this piece here is still here. Was it a red? It is a red tag. You know, this is the one that I found that I think was by Crate and Barrel, but for $2 now, I think I'll get it. It's a nice heavy glass. I love the Bollicante in it and that green. I think I'm good with that. I mean, I had a feeling we would have luck up here today. I didn't know I would fill my cart. Who's this? FTD. That's pretty though. I like the stem on that. And then this here, it's kind of an iridescent glaze, $4.25 planter. Looks fairly new though. Ooh, I always like these kind of pieces because now this would have sat like on the side of a vanity set, right? But I always like these. Let's see, yeah, and it has the dovetail. This has been painted, obviously, which I hate, but you know, I also get it. Sometimes it's necessary to do. But this would have been one of two, and it would have sat on the either side of a vanity table with a big mirror, as to where here you have a faux fireplace and TV stand. Not, they don't have them together, don't get me wrong. A few side tables here. That's kind of a cool looking coffee table. I like that, and they only got $10 on it. The glass looks overall to be in pretty good shape too. I like that. It's got the under shelf down there, you know. Let's see. Oh, a nice teal desk. What do they have on this? Beauty armoire. Okay, so I guess this comes with it. So it's $10. I mean, it's got a little bit of age to it. They painted it, so it looks newer than it is. Oh, look. May something quality. May something furniture company in Dallas, Texas. $10, guys. Today is Monday. I think June 16th. So if you're interested, come on up and get it. Wooden desk, $5.25. That's super cute. It's got metal legs and stuff to it. Oh my gosh. See, if I had my booth, I would grab this stuff. If I had my booth and I had a vehicle that I could get it into. Now this one here, they got $15.34 on, but that's kind of a cool, like, side table or a small TV stand. Let's see, I don't need any big art. Lord knows I don't need any big art. But what if there's a hand-painted cat picture in here, you know? Like, so you gotta look. Because life's not complicated enough. I gotta find more pieces to have a hell of a time shipping. Oh, I love this chair. They got $20 on it. Let me see if I can scoot in here. Look at the back of that. All that design. Oh, that is cool. Now these you could throw away or wash or whatever. But this is nice. $20. Oh, I love it. And I love the handles on this. You know, in theory, you know, a lot of people would want to reupholster this and stuff, and it does have a tiny bit of sag from butts being in it over the years. But for me, it certainly wouldn't be an emergency to reupholster this, despite the little bit of wear. It's overall in good condition. I don't see big holes, major stains. I don't smell anything weird. And then look at the woodwork on it, you know? Like, it's just, I love these handles and stuff. Little Old English goes a long way to cover this kind of stuff up. That's cool. What do they have on this? $15. So, I don't know. I like showing you guys some of the furniture because a lot of times I wish I could buy it, but I have no way to haul it home, and I have no booth anymore to sell it from, so I show you guys, and then all y'all local folks know where to go to get it. Okay, you guys, so I was getting ready to leave, and I was gonna grab these, but I might put them back. I don't know. So here's the set of 4 bowls. These are Arcroc France. They're black glass. And I have 4 of the octagonal shaped black glass coffee mugs or mugs that go with these. But I was just noticing a scratch on this one, and then you can see some of the discoloration of it right there. They're $2.94 for the set of 4. There's 4 small plates, 4 dinner plates, and then the 4 bowls. And as far as I can tell, like, the bowls seem to be in good condition. I don't have a problem with the pricing on it, but the condition overall, I think I might put them back. I was kind of excited because I was like, oh, I'll pull down that cup listing I have up and you know, make a new listing to include all this. But I think the wear, like the cups I have are in brand new condition, and I think the wear on these is just gonna, I don't think it's gonna be worth it, even though they're only $3, you know, per set of the 4. And then I haven't looked this up, but it's adorable, and it's a little jar. It comes with a marble apparently, but there's no damage, no chips, no cracks, no nothing to it. And I was kind of surprised. Rosenthal Studio Line Germany, Berlin. It's a red tag, so it'd be roughly $5 for it. And I think I'm gonna get that since it has no damage, but I'm gonna go set these dishes back, I think. All right, and then I think we'll get out of here. Oh my gosh, you guys, okay. I promise I'm gonna get out of here eventually. But I set back the Arcroc France pieces there. Oh, and I put back the Corning Visions piece, and I'll put comps up so that you guys could see that. As dirty as it was, and so I don't want to put the elbow grease into it. Not, you know, they had roughly $6 on it. It doesn't sell too much more for that. This piece here is $6.25. It is Casa Stone by Casa Fina Meridian, fine Portuguese stoneware. I don't see any damage to this big bowl, and I think I'm gonna get it. And then I looked over and I saw this kind of buried under a few other things. I thought that was a crack for a second, but no, just dirty. This is a matching giant platter. So I was not really familiar, and still I'm not going to even claim that I am now, familiar with this brand and stuff, but Portuguese stoneware in general often will carry a really good value. I will put comps on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I haven't found this exact one yet, but I think I'm going to grab these. Okay, let me figure out how to put it in the cart. Okay, I think I've got it in there safe enough anyway. Oh my good golly. Oh look, somebody was drinking. I suppose there's some days when I'm thrifting, I could probably go for a drink too. Well, let's get out of here. I've probably spent plenty. Although a lot of what we did get was red tags, so that's a good thing, right? And welcome back to the kitchen again. We were just here, although this is a totally different video and different day you'll see it on. But I recorded the last part of my previous video just earlier this morning, right here at the island. And here we are again. So we went to the Goodwill over in Bonner Springs, and oh dear, looks like I might see a little chip on the side of here. Okay, we'll come to that in a second. So this is roughly the haul. There is still some stuff back here that I haven't gotten to yet to prep for listing, but let's go through what we got today. We'll start with this one up front. This one here, oh look, I didn't even notice that it had a sticker on there. Handmade, and then it has Spanish on there. Okay, so it's probably Spanish made glass, or Mexican blown glass maybe. But I found similar ones, if not the exact one previously when we had looked at this over there, and it looked like it had come from Crate and Barrel. And let me see if I can get the sticker back. Today it was, of course, half off. There we go. That was the proof as to why I knew it was Crate and Barrel. What do they call it? Pop Hurricane Aqua, made in China. Okay, it's made in China, but it has a Spanish sticker on here. I don't know. Anyway, the point is it was a red tag. It was $4.25, but it was half off of that, so roughly $2. I love this Bullacante in here, and this green and stuff. It's a pretty weighty glass bowl, vase, I suppose, if you will. But you could do a lot with this. I really, really liked it. I didn't necessarily want to pay $4.25 for it originally, but with half off, not a bad pickup, I don't think. And then we found Charlie, and I did pull Charlie's head off at checkout to make sure that he looked okay. And let me see if I can get him pulled back again here. And from what I could tell, he does have crazing. I rarely find these guys without crazing on them, I'll be honest with you. Especially, I don't know if you can see it, like up here on his snout. You know, not break or chip, but crazing. And like I said, I rarely find him without that. But the interior of the lid, and he's dirty in here, but I didn't see any chips or breaks or damage to him. Let me set his head down. Okay, so they had $8.25 on him. I went ahead and paid the $8.25. I figured, what the heck? They generally carry like a $30, $40 resale value. And so I've got my other guy, my Christmas style one over here in the dining room. And I'll be working on getting him listed in the near future as well. But I figured, you know, if he's there, I don't come across him without major damage very often either. And so when I do, and crazin's the worst of it, I generally will pick them up as long as they're, you know, $10 or less kind of thing. All right, then we had this piece, and I'm not positive yet who made this. The glaze on it reminds me very much of like arts and crafts movement, early brush McCoy, before it would have been marked. There was some gal that was shopping in there, and she liked it. She saw it in my cart and wanted to take a peek at it and stuff. And she said, oh no, it can't be McCoy, it's not marked. And I was thinking, well, McCoy isn't always marked. The old stuff isn't. And even if it was marked, I doubt it would be fitting underneath this Goodwill sticker, but just for kicks and giggles, I see nothing that indicates who actually made this piece. So the point is, though, with those older potteries and stuff, a lot of them did same to similar molds and even glazes and everything. So regardless of whether it's McCoy or anybody else, it's still really cool. I love the color of it. It kind of has this faint design in it here. The spout, while it's dusty and dirty, it's otherwise in great condition. I saw no damage to this, so I feel like it was worth it. It probably, with the way it's dusty and stuff, it probably honestly sat on someone's shelf for a very long time just as decor, really. So not bad. And it was what, $4.25 before I pulled the sticker off. Then as I was trying to get out of there, I saw this little piece sitting on the shelf, and I almost didn't look at it because it's so contemporary looking, but it's really pretty. I love that floral, and I turned it over and I saw the sticker shock of $9.99 on it, but it was a red tag, so it was half of that, so it was roughly $5. And it's a Rosenthal porcelain piece, but there was no damage. It's in perfect condition, no crazing, nothing. So I don't know what it actually is. Is it a big sugar jar? Is it just a trinket jar? Is it, I don't know. It's a whatever you want it to be jar, but it's flippin' pretty. That's a cool transfer print. No fade or issue to it either. So I liked that a lot. Then we saw this candlestick. This is a studio art piece. I love the colors of it. I like the design of it. There was no damage to it. $6.25, but it was a red tag. And then it had some kind of mark on it right here. I have no idea whose mark that is, but it's studio art pottery nonetheless. And I actually recently just sold one, not the same, but similar, you know, taper candlestick holder type of thing. So really cool. I liked it. And for, you know, $3.50, I feel like that was a pretty good pickup. This little guy here, I don't know what to think about it. They got little metal legs that are stuck into this piece of driftwood, I guess. It was $2.25. Let me see if I can. Okay, it does look like there's some kind of mark on here. I cannot for the life of me make out what it says, but it is marked with something. I'll have to work on trying to figure that out. If anybody knows, definitely drop it in the comments. But the birds were still in pretty good shape. It looks like this guy's beak was maybe shortened a little bit. But regardless, really cute for $2.25. I figured, what the heck. Then there was this little set of Temptations. This is called Floral Lace, and this is the cranberry color. All right, so you got your 1 cup, your half cup, 3rd cup, and your 4th cup. I think in overall, they're in pretty good condition. That looks like a manufacturing flaw right there. I thought it was just cracked, but that actually looks like it's glazed into. So overall, pretty good. The only damage I've seen so far then is this chip on here, which I kind of wish I'd have realized in the store, but it is what it is. They were $8.25, but they were half off. So it was roughly $4.50 for the for the set of these little nesting measuring cups. And I think I already put comps up on the screen. With a little bit of damage that they have, obviously that's going to reduce the value some, but probably still worth listing. I think they're super cute. The Whitehall glasses. I found no damage to them. They are quite dirty, however. I do need to clean them. But these are like amber, honey amber in color. They were $2.93, so basically $3 a piece. And I think I probably already put on the screen earlier in the video comps on what Whitehall amber glasses and glass sets sell for. Whitehall's just a good one to look for, guys. If you see this kind of cubist pattern, definitely pay attention. I know I, not long ago, passed up Whitehall glasses that were like an ice blue color, and I really regret passing those up. But I had just bought those other ones that are that Riviera, like a darker blue. And so I was thinking, I didn't want to get more right at the moment. And so it is what it is. But nevertheless, these generally sell pretty well. So it's worth, if you get them at the right price, especially, you know, $3 a piece, they can very much be worth it. So this little dude, kind of the same thing as the picture. He's that like mauvey pink color. And I did not see any maker's mark or anything on him. Quick interjection here. I was editing my video and I was also looking through my research book, Brush McCoy Pottery. And I happened to find that little pig planter right here. And 1952 is what it says. That's really all the information it gives on it. But that little pig planter, and so here he's in white, but he would have come, I'm sure, in several different colors from whatever was available in the 50s and up to that point. I haven't found the picture yet. However, I would imagine it's a very similar matte mauve pink glaze. So I would think it probably also is Brush McCoy. But I've also had this guy and I've sold him, only he was brown glaze. I've had this one. I don't remember if I've sold it or not yet. And then I've also had one of these deers down here, and I think it was this one, but it could have been this one. But either way, Brush McCoy did a whole lot of different planters and stuff that are very similar to, like I said before, Shawnee and a lot of the other pottery companies from back in the day. But I thought that was pretty cool. I always love, like I said before, love being able to find in my research book something to kind of validate, especially when I'm pulling up information via like Google Lens and everybody's saying it's, you know, a specific company or designer or whatever. I always love being able to go into my research books and find it and just verify it firsthand and know that I'm listing with confidence when I say it's Brush McCoy or it's Fenton or it's whoever. For me, when I'm looking at stuff like this, if it's not marked, I go based on condition, cuteness, style, all that kind of stuff more so than I do necessarily who made it. But that's not to say that that's not important as well. Some pieces that are very similar, if not the same looking, one will sell for $100 because it was produced by, you know, XYZ company, and then others that are unmarked or obscure companies will sell for $20, you know, and so it can make a difference. I'm not trying to discount that. I'm just saying on these older pieces, a lot of times they're not marked. So just kind of play it by ear. Damage is the number one thing. If it's damaged, just leave it, no matter how cute it is. This little piece here, I'm not sure if this was technically like a fridge dish, but I think it would make a great like little soap bar or trinket dish or whatever you want to put in a dish. It is, I would imagine it's Fenton. I'm not positive, but I would think it might be Fenton or Anchor Hawken. I can kind of see that opal fire ring in it, so I would venture to say it is a little bit older piece, 40s, 50s probably. They had $293 on it. It needs a good cleanup, but other than that, I would estimate maybe probably 12 to 18, something like that on it. Now this piece here, I don't believe I have found any signature or anything on it, but these are I think they're mold formed pieces, and then they're hand decorated, hand painted and stuff. And they actually can sell for pretty darn good money. So they had $325 on it, and I figured at $325, even if it was, you know, a $20 value, it's probably worth it. I just love the style, and I love the colorway of it. I thought it was really cool. So I definitely picked that up. I am extremely sad about the Indian guy, Native American guy that had the whole headdress and stuff. Usually when you find those kinds of pieces, like even if they still have the fur or feathers and stuff, it's like barely any left, barely hanging on. And that dude was like complete, except for when I realized his hands had been cut off and then put back on. So he wound up staying. This piece here is a really cool blown pitcher, and $425 is what's on it. There's no maker's mark on the bottom, but this is an applied handle and stuff. This just made me think Blanco, and I could be wrong. I literally just walked in the door, so I have not spent any amount of time investigating further on this, but something about it said possibly Blanco to me. And so I went ahead and grabbed it. Nonetheless, it's a really cool mid-century pitcher, carafe. So I imagine it originally came, you know, like as a whole set. All right, now on these right here, let me show you again. It says Casa Stone by Casa Fina, Casafina, Meridian, fine Portuguese stoneware. And then it says freezer, oven, microwave, and dishwasher safe. Okay, so, and this one here is the same thing, very similar. And Casa Stone by Casa Fina, Meridian. So same pattern, color, the whole thing. Portuguese stoneware. No, I'm not going to say all of it. Don't just buy it because it says Portuguese on it. But Portuguese stoneware generally does pretty well. It's certainly worth looking up. And these ones are kind of plain. I mean, they're just brown. As far as decoration goes, there's nothing too crazy about them. But even just basic plain white Portuguese pieces sell for really good money. And the reason being is because they're pretty darn good quality. So it's definitely worth looking into. This one was $625 and the other one was $825. Then last but not least, we got the pitcher here. Let me pull this tape off, and it was $15.25, but it was a red tag, so it was half off. This pitcher, it's not in perfect shape. But, you know, it's got all the crazing and stuff. It's got little pits here and there. This looks like a crack, but that's not. I think that's also probably more manufacturer kind of thing because it is glazed into. But nonetheless, the overall of it was still pretty good. It is nice and heavy. The bottom of this was not marked, but the flowers on this are completely hand painted, which I thought was super, super cool. Now, when I'm looking at these flowers, I need to get in there closer and look because it almost looks like they're hand painted, but it looks like maybe the gold part on here for the stems and leaves and the outline of the flower, I think that part is transfer print, and then they came in and hand painted the florals. Different on here. This is entirely hand painted without any sort of stenciled transfer print. So did these officially go together? I'm not positive on that. I kind of feel like probably not. However, they look very good together. So I'll work with it. Let's see here. Let's take a look again. I still cannot make that out. I see a T something RBY, and I'd have to go back to my books and see. If anybody knows off the top of their head what mark that is, definitely drop it in the comments and let me know. This is a big, heavy piece. And again, it's one that when I had my antique booth, I'd have picked this up, no problem, and known that's exactly where it was gonna go. This piece probably will wind up sitting a little while. I would be surprised anyway if it sells super quick, but stoneware pieces like this, ironstone and stuff like that, they do carry a pretty good value. So I figured with it being roughly $7, $8, it was probably worth me getting. But the shipping cost on it alone may cause it to sit there for a little bit, would be my guess. But that's okay. I feel like it was still likely, probably well worth picking up. It's not, typically anyway, to my knowledge, people generally don't buy these with the intention of using them to still bathe. They use them for decorative purposes. And so the crazing in it and stuff, I'm able to kind of overlook that. It's wonderful if you can find them without, but it's pretty rare in my experience because they're old. So anyways, I feel like it was probably worth it. All right. I just walked in the door. I need to go let the dog out and get something to eat and all the things. And I think that's it for this one, guys. I hope y'all had fun. I really enjoy going out to the Bonner Springs Goodwill. I think the last time I was out there was when Kyle went with me, and he was going to die unless he had something to eat, and then never came into the dang store. And when I walked out, he was asleep in the flipping car. But it probably worked out better that he had stayed in the car, let's be honest. So anyways, I hope you guys had fun, and I will see y'all on the next one.